Okay, well, Weather Warrior Media coming to you this morning from Germantown. Actually, this is Boyds, Maryland, near Germantown, Maryland. We're doing a time lapse of the sunrise. So, good morning to you. We're using the new setup here with the Canon 7D, which is not so new. And this is actually the second 7D that I purchased. But finally have figured out, at least I think I finally figured out, the remote release. This is the Pure Stone Shutter Boss. Pure Stone, I think, is also known as Velo under a different name. That's the same unit. But we're here this morning. What we're doing is we're taking a time lapse using the camera settings instead of the old means back when we used the video cameras for the time lapse. And here we're actually shooting pictures. This allows us a much higher resolution on the video so that when the time lapse is finished, you can have it in a much larger format and so on. Unfortunately, we can't do that with the regular video settings on the camera, but that's sort of the movement. So we're still increasing the quality of the video. It's still HD and everything. So, but what we're essentially doing is using the picture settings to do the frame grabs. In the old system on the Adobe, not Photoshop, but Adobe Premiere, back in the 6.0, 6.5 days, where we would take individual frames out of the video. Here we're actually just shooting only the frames that we want. So it's actually a little bit more efficient if you think about it, while achieving a much higher quality video. So we're right here now on Little Seneca Lake, like I said, in Boyds, Maryland, getting the time lapse. And for right now, you can sort of hear in the background, hopefully, if the iPhone video is good enough, that you can hear the camera just clicking away. We're doing about 6-second intervals right now, and we're set at 1/8 of a second at f/22. We started out a little bit lower and slowly increased it. Now we're at the maximum there at f/22. So, that looks like we'll be set for the rest of the time. We're just looking here through the viewfinder, and yeah, the quality's pretty good, and so on. So we're just shooting our first time lapse under this system versus using the older cameras. So we'll, if all goes well, we'll continue to do that and bring you a lot more of that type of video.